So it's not something that you just put on a car, on a t-shirt, and say that's a Masonic symbol. Well, this is the gold compass. So see the misrepresentation that's out there about Masonry? And I just want to keep it plain. Now, so this is what my book is about. I explain the cultural function of what they call Masonic symbols. Now, let me explain the misrepresentation of Masonry. Masonry has been presented as, some people present Masonry as devil worship. Now, let me explain. Masonry is devil worship. Let me explain that, what I mean by that. The concept of the devil, that gory looking, grotesque, fire breathing, horns looking goat image, is a distortion of an ancient fertility symbol that represents the moon. The goat or the bull was used because of the crescent-shaped horns. The Europeans distorted that goat and made it gory and misrepresented as the cause of the world's evil. It represents the moon calendar, woman, fertility, and power. You see what they did? They took that which is sacred, that we saw as powerful, connected to the moon, and distorted it. So every 28 days, let's look at the moon cycle. Every 28 days, the moon revolves around the earth. You know that the moon pulls the tides. So if it has the power to pull the tides in the ocean, what do you think it has an effect on it would have an effect on our body? Because we're 90% water. The word ministration and month are derived from the word moon. So every 28 days, the moon governs the woman's menstrual cycle. That's why it's 28 days. See that 28-day connection. So the reason why the Europeans have misrepresented the goat as something evil and a cause of the world's bad deeds is because they were suppressing the ancient knowledge of the moon and its natural connection to women. Women are actual walking lunar calendars as the moon governs their menstrual cycles. So this is what I mean by Masonry being devil worship, as the devil is a misrepresentation of the goat, which is a symbol of the ancient fertility symbol representing the moon, woman, and power. So you have the misconception that of the word Illuminati. You know, people like Beyonce and Jay-Z and Kanye West and other rappers, you know, they'll misrepresentation that they're part of the Illuminati and that the Illuminati is something bad or evil, and that's been misrepresented. The word Illuminati, Lum is the root word, which means shine. The IL is the prefix, means upon, shine upon. So it deals with the enlightenment of the mind. The sunlight, the sun stimulates the serotonin and melatonin in the brain. The third eye, you have the 33-degree Masons. They use the double-headed eagle. And the double-headed eagle, within the middle, the double-headed eagle represents the right and left hemisphere of the brain. And the right and left hemisphere of the brain is the pineal gland. That is your third eye. That is the eye that's on the back of what they call the $1 bill, which is not a $1 bill, which represented as a $1 bill. So one note, as a dollar is a silver coin, silver or gold coin. So So looking at that, then you have what's coming up. We just finished coming out of Halloween. Halloween is the celebration of the harvest. Now the pumpkin was used as symbolic of the orange full moon. During that time period, the moon appears to be orange. That's why the pumpkin was used. Now there's a major holiday coming up. You have Thanksgiving and you have Christmas. And I'm going to be explaining the astronomical meaning of Christmas. Now in Masonry, there are two pillars called Boaz and Jachin. The two pillars of Boaz and Jachin. And what that represents, on page 67, I have here, and I have another better image of it. You know, you're not allowed to have that. Are you a Mason? Extreme points. Northerly point, that's called the summer solstice. On December 21st, the sun is at its lowest point of declination, called the winter solstice. Our ancestors charted those extreme points of the apparent motion of the sun thousands of years ago, and this knowledge was worldwide. The Europeans have preserved this knowledge in Masonic orders, and they call it the two pillars of Boaz and Jachin. But once again, as I said before, they've been misrepresented as just mere symbols, Masonic symbols. You know, you're not allowed to, wear that on a t-shirt unless you're a Mason, So that knowledge, once again, of its astronomical function has been suppressed. So the brothers who are part of the orders do not see it as astronomical markers. They see it as mere symbols. In fact, I remember when I was at the class in New York, and I had spoken on the two pillars of Boaz and Jachin. And after the end of the class, a brother who was a Mason approached me. He said, man, I was told, I was sworn a secret not to reveal the names of the two pillars, but I didn't know the significance of it. Let me say it again. He said he was sworn the secret not to reveal the two names of the two pillars, but he did not know the significance of it. Let that sink in your head. He thought he had knowledge. Because he was told the names, he thought